Welcome to another podcast tonight. And as you can see in the description, what my life is gonna be about tonight, and it's gonna be about my real life story and what I encounter when I try to re-enter Canada the second time. So welcome to my life, and I'm just gonna wait until a few people comes on to join me. And as I said, tonight's topic it's gonna be about immigration and what happened to me when I tried to re-enter Canada, and that was over 20 years ago. So I want to share my experience with you guys, and also I can highlight someone who wished to enter Canada. Hi, my brother. How are you? Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you so much for joining, my brother. So tonight, as you can see my thumbnail, tonight I'm gonna talk about my experience when I tried to re-enter Canada the second time. And this happened over 20 years ago. And I just want to share my experience in this way, that if someone has intention of come to Canada, I can at least highlight you and educate you on some things that is acceptable and something that is not acceptable by immigration, and that's their law here, and we have to abide by the rules. So over 20 years ago, I came to Canada the first time. I spent 5 months, and then I went back home to my home country. And I decided to come back to Canada 5 months after that, because in my home country we wasn't allowed to have visa. Welcome to my life, my brother Dante Vaz. Welcome to my life. Thank you, Alton Jackson. Thank you for joining me. So as you guys see my thumbnail, I'm gonna talk about my own immigration experience that I encountered over 20 years ago. Bree, thank you for joining, darling. So over 20 years ago, I came to Canada the first time, and then I spent 5 months and I went back home. So because it was visa free, I decided to come back after 5 months. But when I came back, I was held by immigration. And this is the reason why I was held by immigration. So when I came to Canada the first time, I met a friend here, and she's from another Caribbean country. So we rally for the whole 5 months, we interact. I spent time at her house, and we became very, very good friends. So I was telling her my situation, and she said to me, "You should come back." And I said, I don't have anywhere to stay, because before that, my uncle had asked me to leave his home and he put me out. So I said to her, "I don't have anywhere to stay." She said, "You can stay with me." So I go home, I prepare myself to come back to Canada after 5 months. The night before I leave my country, I receive a phone call from her. "Good night, Richie TV. Good night, everyone. Beck and fam. Hi, guys. Welcome to my life." So the night before I arrived to Canada, I receive a phone call from her, and she says to me, "I cannot accept you. You cannot stay at my home." That time I already purchased my ticket for over $2,000. I already prepared to leave to migrate to Canada. Anyways, I knew a friend, which is her boyfriend, that we all used to hang out, and I called him and I said to him, "This is what this person said to me." And he said to me, "Mel, don't worry, I will receive you." But mind you, this person didn't even know my original name. This person didn't know anything about me, because I knew him through her. And I proceed to come to Canada. So when I reach at the airport, I forgot to change the address on the form. Before, they used to give you a form and you fill it out on the plane, like where you're gonna stay. So I forgot to change the address. Anyway, when I came through the airport, I went to an immigration lady, and she says to me, "Where are you staying?" And no, she says, "Retract that." She says, "Who's gonna receive you?" And I called the gentleman by the name. and they asked me what's his address, and I give them the address from my head. But she says on this paper there was a different address, and I was being honest as the person who I am, and I said to her, because she's my friend that I think of, and I thought we were friends, and she had agreed for me to stay with her. But the last minute, less than 24 hours before I travel here, she said to me that I cannot stay. So they believe me. They called the gentleman by name and they put him in another room and they asked him, what is my name? And the gentleman couldn't even pronounce my name, because mind you, that guy and me wasn't friends. I only knew him through her. So he was only calling me by the pet name. Guys, please like up the live. It's free. Thank you. And if you are new to my live, you can please subscribe and also connect with each other in the comment section. So the immigration lady put me in one room and she questioned the guy and she questioned me. And when she came back, she said, I cannot let you in. Mind you, I didn't know anything about Canada. I didn't know my rights. I didn't know what I should do. So they held me and then they took me to a detention center. My ticket was for 2 weeks, and they took me to a detention center close on a place called Rexdale. Good night place for her. And they held me there for 2 weeks. The 2 weeks they held me there, I thought, well, okay, they're gonna let me out. There and behold, the day when I'm supposed to go back according to my ticket, I was transported in a van. I couldn't see outside. I was transported in a van and I was taken to the airport. And when I reached, they carried me somewhere. They walked me through an alley and I end up on the plane. And they gave me my passport and they said, you are going back to your country. There and then my world was shattered. I cried. But at the end of the day, I said, God has a better plan for me. So I'm going to where I know and I have a home to go back to. So I journey back to my country. And I speak to God because I know my situation. I know what I was against. My back was against the wall and I was going through so much. And I speak to God and I said, Canada is my home. And I determined to go back. 6 months after they deport me, I came back again to Canada. But this time, God was on my side. When I came back, my aunt decided to receive me. She's all the way in Winnipeg. She decided to receive me, and immigration, they put me into a room and they went and they called my aunt on the phone and they asked her, do you know this person? And the same thing that I told them, my aunt told them as well. And the time immigration has to, release me, I was supposed to take a plane from Toronto to Winnipeg. That's another province. The time immigration released me, I missed my flight to Winnipeg. So what I did, I book a hotel, I stand in the morning, I wake up and I go to Winnipeg. But mind you, Winnipeg is so cold, my aunt is old and, we over there, you can't get jobs. And I'm a go-getter. I don't want to sit and rely on anyone. So my ticket that I came on, the third time, it was only for 2 weeks. So when the 2 weeks up, my intention was to go back home. But when I was in Winnipeg, I'm not getting any job. And my aunt says, well, you have to go to Toronto and just go back home. I woke up the morning, I took the plane and I come to Toronto. There and then, when I came, my intention is not to go back home because my back is against the wall, certain situation, which I will tell you guys later on. I can't say everything tonight. When I reached to Pearson Airport here in Toronto, when I checked through immigration, I was supposed to check from Winnipeg to Toronto to my country. But when I reached to Toronto, what I did, I just pulled my suitcase. When the immigration said, that way for transit, Jamie, took my suitcase and I head outside. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't know nobody to call. But trained that my brains is so quick. I remember when I was in detention center, I met someone there by the name of Lisa, same from my country, St. Vincent. And I remember she gave me her phone number and I registered that in my brain. So when I came out of the airport, I'm scared. I'm like, suppose they see me and they arrest me and put me back inside. So I pull my suitcase on the street and I walk like 25 minutes away from the airport. And I use my phone and I called that friend. I said, Lisa, this is it. I'm back in Canada. And I came to Winnipeg, but my aunt, she's old and she soon retired. Well, she already retired, but she was doing jobs on the side to keep fit. There's no work and I came to Toronto, but I have nowhere to go. She turned to me and said, Jamal, girl, I'm staying with someone in a basement and it's a husband and wife and kids. I'm not living by myself. I said, Lord have mercy. But I wasn't scared. In myself, I know that God got me because I keep praying and I believe. And tonight, anything you're going through, always have a positive thinking. The minute you mix the positive and the negative, it's not going to work. Long story short, she called me back on my phone and she said, the lady said, you can stay, I can stay with them. And I will share a room with Lisa. I said, thank you, Lord. I went to stay with a lady and I stayed there maybe for a month or two. I find a job and I move out. And I went on to my own journey, start living my life, work, doing things that will benefit me. So tonight, the reason why I choose this topic is like to let people know, if you choose to come to this country, you must have these things in place. You must have someone who is going to receive you, and you must have a steady address that is active, and that person has to be living at the address, and that person has to know so much things about you, like your name. They're going to ask you how long you know the person, what's your relationship, and all these kind of things. And I make it through. If I tell you I make it through, I make it through. Because if you're wondering, I'm in Canada now, I'm a Canadian girl. With God in the vessel, you can ride out the storm. So tonight I bring this message across to, to let people know that nothing is impossible in life. Nothing is impossible. Nothing at all. As I go along my journey in Canada, I decide to file for my papers. And I wait a long time. This is a vital information. And you guys, I want you to listen keenly. Welcome to my life, Pancake. Welcome. Thank you. Bree, Diamond, Place for Her, Richie TV, Alton. Welcome to my life. And I filed for my papers. And when I filed for my papers, I was denied. And the reason why I was denied my status here at that time is because I chose a consultant. I never knew the difference between consultant and a lawyer. So someone introduced me to this guy and he charged me 10,000 Canadian dollars. When I went to him and I tell him my story, he said, okay, you have a good chance. I gave him 5,000 cash. And then I paid 5,000 within 6 months. Go along the line, my case was denied. For whatever reason, I don't know, because I had a strong case. When my case was denied, immigration gave me 3 days to leave Canada. 1, 2, 3, 72 hours. I was a supervisor with a company at the time because I was on work permit. So I go to work. I was so frustrated. My boss, they were Italian. They liked me because I'm a very hard worker. I'm a go-getter. And they saw that something was wrong with me. I was honest enough and I told them my situation. They said, try and appeal your case. The consultant who I paid 10,000 Canadian dollars, I called him and I said, I want to appeal. He looked me in the eyes and said, I can't appeal your case. You have to hire a lawyer. There is where I go wrong, because I didn't know that consultant and lawyer is 2 different things. Consultant cannot go before a judge to plead a case, but if you have a lawyer, they can go before a judge. So I was having a conversation with someone from my workplace. And I said to them, I knew someone who's getting deported back. And they don't want to go home and they are looking for a good lawyer. That time it was me, but I didn't want nobody to know my business. I kept it on the down low because I believe God and I don't want somebody to give me a negative energy to disrupt my positive thinking. So she said to me, I knew a lawyer, but he loves money. I said, don't worry, I have money. I save my money. I repay. She gave me the lawyer number to give the person, which that person is me. When I hung up the phone, I called that lawyer. He answered. I speak to him briefly on the phone and I tell him my situation. He said, Jamil, can you come to my office? I say, yes, sir. I went there. I give him all the papers that immigration give me. That's the Friday. I go to him. He said to me, and I have to leave Canada the Monday. He said to me, bring all the documents and come. I took the documents to him and he said, but you have a good case. But I can appeal this case and it will cost you $4,000 and you need to pay me up front. I said to him, sure. I went downstairs to CIBC. I dropped $3,800 and I give it to him. I said, I'll give you $200 after. He said, no problem. Long story short, I followed all the forms, everything. The Sunday, he said, I have a hearing with immigration on your behalf. Remind me, that's the Sunday. I supposed to leave Canada the Monday. I didn't pack anything because you know why? I believe God. And in my heart, I knew here is my destination. The Sunday, I'm home normally like I don't have an immigration hearing because he's the one who is having the conference call with immigration in Ottawa. So he sits in his office like I'm talking to you and he will be on the phone with the immigration judge. The Sunday I'm doing laundry and my phone rang. I had a flip phone, cheap phone. When I opened the phone, I saw the lawyer's number. He said, Jamil? I said, yes, sir. He said, you have won your case. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I don't know what happened to my phone, but some reason the devil is a liar. Because when you start to tell your testimony, the devil doesn't like the truth. So, are you guys there? Just say yes so I know you guys are here. Can somebody say yes? If you're here, please. Can you type? Okay, thank you. The devil is a liar. He never loved to hear the truth. So long story short, as I told you guys, the lawyer called me and he said, you won your case. Remember, Sunday for Monday, I was granted my stay in Canada. And that's how powerful it is. That's how powerful it is when you believe. And nothing but God. Sunday for Monday, 24 hours before my deportation, God has granted me my status in Canada. And it's more than 20 years. I only share this with you guys. If you know someone, please tell them when you're looking for your status in Canada, do not take a consultant. I know it's a little bit pricey, but when you take a lawyer, that lawyer can go before a judge and plead your case because I pay $10,000 to the consultant and then I have to pay additional $4,000 to appeal my case plus other fees. So in all for me to get my status, it cost me almost $16,000, which I paid and I have no regret. So you see me here, I am a product of grace and purpose. Anything I touch, turn gold. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Anything my hand touch, turn gold. If I go on a job, I go as a regular worker. Before 1 month, I'm stepping up to a supervisor, to a manager. And I'm saying this today to anyone who is watching me. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up anything that you have planned. Seek God first. Then you have your positive thoughts. Positive thinking bring positive result. I'm a living example. I was tortured in life. I was battered. I was bruised. But I'm not finished. I'm still here that I can talk to you guys tonight and tell you how great thou art. I'm a purpose child. I'm a purpose child. Hi, Narita. I'm a purpose child. When I speak to people, they always say to me, you're in the wrong position. You need to go, and encourage people. You need to mentor people because you have a positive insight about life. Don't give up on your dream. Dreams becomes a reality. I face challenges in life. I have ups, I have downs, but I never give up. I never gone to bed hungry unless I choose not to eat. If I woke up today and I don't see $1, the day is not gonna finish that God is not providing it for me. So you have to stay on a positive side, whether you're, in a first class country or a third world country, stay positive all the time. Stay positive. I'm saying this tonight because of my immigration situation. I'm sitting here in Canada as a Canadian girl talking to you who was put in detention for 2 weeks, deported back home. I was accepted to enter Canada. I filed my papers. I was denied and give 72 hours to leave this country. And I fought my way because I put God first. Every documents I hand in for my, oh Lord, the devil, you're a liar. Every paper I hand in for my appeal, I pray. I say, God, you do this. I'm only here as the messenger, but you are the one who is going to do all the report. I put God first. Until this day, anything I want to do, I put God first. I'm not perfect. I fail many times. I stumbled, but I never stay down. I get up. Even my own fight me. My own try to see me down. But God said I have a purpose for you. And my purpose is to stand out to let people know that don't give up. Everybody has a purpose in life. Sometimes your purpose may come before mine and mine may come before yours. But don't think Jem is winning. We are all winners. We are all winners. Nobody is a loser. Just focus on what you want. Stay steady-minded. Speak less. Think more. If you have a dream, make a calendar. Write down your daily affirmation and live by them. As I'm sitting here, one thing I learned and I practice myself. If I have $1, don't spend it off. If I have $1, I save 25 cents. Because I don't know if I will get another $1 tomorrow. Anything can arise and I don't have another $1. So I save 25 cents. So if something happened, I have that 25 cents to go back to until I can get another $1. Life is not easy, especially in this country. Somebody right now is facing deportation and have no hope. But there is hope, because if you don't know your rights and you don't know the system, nobody's not going to tell you. Immigration here is for the people. If you do the right thing and you go by the law, it's no back door, it's straight. But once you do the right thing and you get the right lawyer and you go by the law, you will be saved by the status here. I know what I'm saying. But people get scared and they said you have to leave, and then they want to leave. Because they don't have any other choice, because their negative thoughts already junked everything good that they have started from the beginning. I am a perfect example. Perfect example. Because who can tell? I see people who have businesses here, they buy houses and immigration send them back because they didn't go about the right way. As I'm sitting here, I make more than 5 people get their immigration status. Why? People meet me in workplace and they trust me as a supervisor then, because I am working for me now. And I know my workers, and when I see they come in, and if you're a jolly person and I see you come in and you look away, I'm gonna pull you aside to my office and I'm gonna ask you, are you okay? Is everything okay at home? Yes, Richie TV, God is good all the time. Are you okay? Is everything okay at home? They will break down and they will tell me. I said, don't cry. This is what I'm gonna say to you. I can introduce you to a lawyer, but you just have to have your money. 5 people I helped to get their status here. Some of them is on my Facebook page and they forgot. I leave work and travel in the snow to drive them around to see lawyer, and they don't say hi to me. But guess what? I don't want it, because I did it from my heart, because I knew my situation when immigration had turned me down, and I know the feelings. So anyone I knew was going through the same thing that I was going through, I give them the valid information, and today they are in Canada as well. So 8 million of us is on the live. I appreciate you guys coming, but I want to just put this out there. Positive thinking bring positive result. I'm going to give you another testimony. I was working somewhere and I met other people there. I'm not calling the company name because I'm still good with the manager. And I work my way up. I know the computer very well. I'm a fast typer. My brains is good. If you ask me to get 50 boxes done by 12 o'clock, I'm going to give you 100 boxes by 12 o'clock, because why? It's mind over matter. And I meet a lot of people there, different nationality. I was the only one of me at the time, if you guys know what I mean. Open is for supervisor, and I applied and I got it. Do you know they fight me out? They lied on me and they caused me to lose my job. Yeah. They caused me to lose my job as a supervisor. But let me tell you how God works. Karma hit them and all of them get fired 6 months after I lost my job. Because karma comes with tax and interest. They caused me to lose my supervisor job. I was taking home $1,400 every 2 weeks, which I thought was money for me and my family. When I call my husband and I tell him, he said, baby, don't worry. God will provide. I went on EI for some time and I was getting like $1,000 every 2 weeks. And I applied for another job and I got it. But guess what? God has other plans for me. He has other plans for me. During COVID, I said to my husband, I want to do something else. And he said to me, you love cleaning? You can go into cleaning. I was saying no. Yes, Dante, my sister. I said no. But then I decided, my husband is working. I'm on EI. He's doing his great part, contributing to home fully. And I said, you know what? I will try the cleaning. So I start with a company. And that lady start me out with $19. I go out there and I start to clean people's house and offices. Those people get to love me. And those people said to me, Jemmy, you are good at what you do. And you are very detailed. Why don't you work for yourself? I came home and I speak to my husband. Okay, Nikisha. Okay, sis. All right, thank you. I came home and I speak to my husband. He said, baby, yeah, you can do it. You can do it. I took a break from that company. And I took that 1 month break to refresh myself, think if this is what I want. And when the lady called me back, I said to her, I'm going to do my own. You know what she did? She blocked me. When I told the company, the lady who I used to clean with, she blocked me. And my husband said, don't worry. I had 1 client. What did I say? 1 client. Today, I have a registered business. Not only cleaning, we do decor, we do other things. We do decor and other things. I don't only have one. That one cleaning business circle into different business. Today I've run through more than 500 clients in 5 years. I'm refusing clients. I'm refusing clients. And that same lady who blocked me, when people is calling me and I don't have hands, I direct them to her. What did I say? The lady who blocked me, when I told her I'm going to start my own business, when people call me, I direct them to her. You know why? My heart is clean. And I know God always make a way for me. My husband used to pray because I used to take every job I got. Some of them was so bad. Even when the workers go with me, they refuse to do the dirty part. I took it because guess why? It's Jemmy's business. So I took the dirty part. My husband used to always say, I pray the day when you can refuse jobs. Today, me and my husband in the car driving home. And I said, remember when you used to say you will pray the day when you will refuse job? Well, the day is now. I refuse clients. The day is now. I refuse clients, period. Why? Because when I started this business, I started with the intention that I'm going to go far in life. I said I'm going to go far in life. I have an account on Google. I'm on Google. All my reviews are 5-star. But most of my clients are from referral because when I go to this person tell that person, that person tell that person, and that's how my business grew. God is good. 9 million of you watching me, don't give up on your dreams. Today you might feel down. You might feel battered. You might feel hopeless. Trust God. Trust the process. We were living in a basement. My husband was dying to come out. We are out today. 4 years, almost 4 years, we are out. Why? We trust God. And trust the process. Don't ever give up hope. I am a purpose. I'm hope myself sitting here. I never, ever believe in myself that I will fail in anything that I do. I'm not a failure. No, I am not a failure. I believe that I was born for greatness. And that's why I give my channel this name, The Journey of My Life. Tonight, I'm lecturing you guys. I've gone through so much. If you go on my channel, you will see where I was abused as a child from tender age of 8 by a monster who called my stepfather. But God restored my strength. God restored my strength. I know I come to talk about immigration, but God just pushing me, because maybe somebody on this live want to hear what I'm saying, because maybe somebody's going through something that is affecting them and they're scared to talk to people. Talk to God, because he's not going to say anything to anyone. Speak to God. Sometimes we have to talk to God, even though we have a confidant on the side. I speak to my husband about everything. Nothing past me. But there's a point when I have to go to God for certain things to renew the strength in the inner me. Because God is the one who have me here when immigration asks me to leave 72 hours from Canada. And I'm sitting to you on the soil, on the Canadian soil, talking to you guys tonight. Is it me or is it the lawyer? No, it is God. It is God. Just 2 weeks ago, because I was a Christian and I backslid. And I said to my husband, I have to find my way back to church. Because God is being too good to me. God is being too good to me. I cannot run away from the fact that everything that I've been through, God held me close to his arms. And I must render myself unto him fully. So tonight, I'm saying to you guys who are watching me, I'm so grateful for the ones who joined me tonight. I know some others, of my subscribers, they are in a different part of the world, and right now they are sleeping, and I understand that. But for you guys who are here, don't give up hope. Stay positive. Stay on the right path. Don't give up. I'm a testimony. I'm talking to you from my own experience. It's not what I knew, a friend or a family. It's me, Jemmy. I'm talking to you from my own experience in life. And if you're on this life tonight and you're going through anything and you have a negative thoughts, I bind it up. Before you go to your bed, go to the washroom and spit it out in the toilet and say, I can do this and I will overcome this, and this is not me. I'm gonna win, because we are all winners. Sometimes our thoughts drown us because we think negative. Don't think negative. Think positive. Positive thinking bring positive results. Positive thinking bring positive results. Many times I meet people, and when I tell them about my immigration situation, they said, are you for real? They said, girl, that is God. I said, I know it's God who got me. Sometimes I say, Lord, I don't deserve this from you because I'm not perfect. But God knows my heart because I have a clean heart. I'm the person. If I promise you something, it could take me 10 years, I'm going to give you. If I have something and you want it, I will give it to you. Why? I give it to you and I don't murmur, because I know God is going to provide for me again. Guys, if you have any question to ask me, please let's interact and put it in the comment section below, and I can answer you to the best of my ability. But don't lose hope. Don't let go of God. No time. And before you confide in people, go to God first. When you pray and you ask him, go to your bed and listen, because most of the time God comes to you in dreams and vision. 90% of the time when I dream something, it goes so or it near goes so. My kids always ask, Mommy, who are you? Who are you, Mommy? They often ask me, Mommy, who are you? Why you dream this dream? Tonight I'm talking to somebody out there. And if this live reach somebody out there, and if you have an immigration status or immigration case, put it before God. Put it before God. Pray and put it before God. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible in life. All things are possible if we only believe. One thing I know, the mind is a very strong thing. So a man thinketh, so is he. The mind. Our mind often plays tricks on us. Think positive. If you're in a relationship and you are going through a hard time, seek God intervention. I know I stray a little bit from the point, but I think I cover a lot of points because that immigration thing has a lot more to it. But I'm saying to you, I'm speaking because the word just coming, because I just felt like I'm talking to somebody in this life. If you're in a relationship, a marriage, and it's not going accordingly, seek God first. Don't seek your friend. Don't seek your mother. Don't seek your pastor. Seek God first. You know why I say this? God answer prayer. And if this is for you, God will give it to you. Because God would not take my mail and deliver to Bribri or deliver for a place for you. No. My mail is my mail. So if you're going through anything at all, talk to God. Talk to God. I have a failed marriage before. I was abused before. And that time, I forgot God. But God never forgot me. I forgot God. And God never forgot me. I could have been dead already. I forgot God in my abusive marriage as a Christian at the time because the devil has blinded my sight to see the things that God have in store for me. So the devil tried to keep me there, that he want my soul to last by going 6 feet down. I make a mistake and go to my mom when I was abused. And my mom told me, why would you want to build a foundation for somebody else? And I asked her, do you want to bury me? That's why I said, seek God. Because we go to people at times for advice and they tell us the wrong thing. Many people die today because a friend tell them to stay and they stay and they die. Seek God first. Because if I did listen to my mom, I wouldn't be here. I know what I'm saying. I would have been dead, gone. I'm speaking to somebody tonight. I came for immigration, I cover that. But God is just directing me to speak to somebody on this life. My spirit is telling me somebody on this life is going through a very, very hard time. Don't give up. Don't give up. There's a song that says, my hope is built on nothing less but Jesus' blood and righteousness. This is not me speaking, because these things keep coming to me and I wasn't planned for this. But the Spirit is speaking to me, to somebody on this life. Don't give up hope. Trust God. Trust the process. Don't confide in people outside, especially to married people. If you're on this life and you're married, don't take your relationship outside. Third party is no good. Third party is always expensive, because if you're getting a credit card and there's a middleman, the interest is going to be high than if you go directly to the bank. Seek God first. Don't confide in your mom, your dad, your friend. Pray. Prayer works. It works. It works for me. It works for millions of people. Pray works. I know I'm talking to somebody on this life. I don't know why I straight to this. I came, you can see my thumbnail, but the Spirit just telling me that there's somebody on this life need to hear what I'm saying. Do not stay in an abusive relationship, an abusive marriage, because of money or because of kids. My kids came from my ex-husband. But I have to do what I have to do for myself, because these kids came big and they're doing their own thing. I could have stayed for them and they're here and I'm gone. Today they slowly rely on mommy for everything. Don't stay in any abusive marriage, any abusive relationship. Please, I'm begging you. I'm speaking to somebody tonight. I knew it. Don't make money cost you, because when I left my ex-husband, I have nothing. Nothing. I'm broke. Broke. $0. $0. Nothing. But guess what? Today, I have things. It's very hard at time to move on. If you guys are hearing me, just type yes, please. It's very, very hard sometimes to move on. But think about yourself. Think about your kids. Think about your peace. Think about everything that's good for you. Are you guys there? Seems everybody's silent. Can you guys say yes if you're there, please? Hello, guys. Is you guys there? Seems like everybody's silent. Hello? Should I end the live and come back? Are you guys there? Maybe I should end the live and come back. Can you guys type something that I know? Let me see. I don't know if something is wrong in my phone, but for some reason my phone was acting up and my husband asked me if he can get me a new phone and I said no. So it seems like I have to say yes to him tomorrow because my phone is acting up. So as I was saying to you guys, don't lose hope. Stay positive all the time. Stay positive. I guess maybe my phone sticks, so I cannot see the comment, but I believe you guys are still on the live, and I appreciate that because I'm seeing 9 people on the live. Stay positive all the time. I'm a living example of what God can do and how your life can change. You can go to bed tonight without $1 and tomorrow you woke up with $10. That's how God works. Don't say I'm not a Christian, I don't go to church. I can't tell when last I go to church, but I pray and he answered my prayer because he knows the heart of man. So tonight, I came for one thing and it led me to another thing. And I pray that my message, reach to you guys on a positive side. And I appreciate all of you who joined me tonight. I don't go live for long, because I don't want to bore anybody and I don't want the live to be drawn out. Guys, give me 1 second, please. Trust God. Trust the process. Every time. Believe in yourself when nobody else believes in you. You know yourself. Nobody knows you but you and God. So sometimes somebody might say, Jemmy is this and Jemmy is that. But Jemmy knows herself. You know yourself. Don't let nobody make you feel less than a person or lesser than yourself. And one piece of advice, you see any one of you that's on this life, if you're going to do something that's going to bring positive result, don't say anything until it's manifested. Don't say anything until it's manifested. Because the heart of man is so jealous. They may laugh with you and say, oh, it's good, I'm happy for you. But when you're gone, they start to think that bitter thinking inside. Because you should not be doing what you plan to do. It should be them. I sit here. My husband is my best friend. I don't have friends. I don't have a friend to call me. I don't have a friend to come over. I don't have a friend to go to. I don't hang out with people. Just me and my husband, my kids. I don't have friends. Zero. When my husband here met me, he said, you don't have any friends? No, I associate with people. I talk to people. I encounter with people. But when I left, that's why it ends, because I don't want to be on the phone to gossip, because my mind cannot contain people's problem. Plus, I have to think clearly on the next step in life, what I want to do. Tonight, if you are going through a hard time, seek God. Pray. Cover our children. Even though you don't know how to pray, say, Lord, I thank you. You know my heart. You know everything about me. And you know what I'm going through, but I bring it before you. And I plead my case. Direct me. Let me make the right choices and the right decision. Cover our children daily. When they leave in the house to go to school, cover them. If our kids are not around, still remember them in prayer. God is good. God is good. Guys, I don't know, my comment section stick. So if you guys are commenting, I apologize. If somebody has joined the live and I can't see to welcome you, I'm totally sorry. My apologize to you, because something's going on with my phone. You know, today I bought some space on Google and I don't know what's going on with my phone. It's stuck for some reason. So I cannot see the comment flowing, which I like to, you know, interact with you guys to see the comment flowing. Guys, give me 1 second, please. May I see no comment, you know? Sorry about that, guys. So as I was saying, anything you want to do, trust God, trust the process. If you're going through something tonight, or you have a plan to do something, put it down on a piece of paper. If you can't be, if you have kids at home, sometimes they can be annoying. I know, I'm a mom. Go to the washroom, talk to God. If you have a Bible, put that piece of paper in whatever plans you want in that Bible. Hold it up and pray. Ask God to guide your direction. If you are going through a hard time at home, whether with your parents, with your husband, with your wife, whatever you are going through, don't let go of God. Pray. Sometimes we fail to pray and the devil intercede in our life, in our marriage, and it causes disruption. And when our marriage go wrong, we say people do us. Nobody do us, but we stray from God because we fail to believe that He's a miracle working God and He can change situation. Don't give up hope. If you have a child and he's not doing good in school, don't call him a dunce. Pray for him. Find time and sit with him and see where he needs guidance. You pray. You will see how fast God restored that child. My third son was slow. Very slow. He's in the UK now. My third son was so slow. And I thought he wouldn't make it. But guess what? When he wrote his exams and they called his name, the teacher said he raised his hand and said, "Thank you, Jesus. God, you did it." That's how much of a faith my son have in God. And he was slow. And now he's smart. If I want something done on YouTube or computer I don't understand, I send him a WhatsApp message and he will do it for me. And he will guide me on the phone. The son who was slow, when he passed his exams, the teacher told me, he raised his hands and said, thank you, Jesus. Faith. Faith. Faith is a substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. Faith, you hear we use the word faith. We don't see it, but we are the faith, our belief. Faith. I remember again that said son, when he was about 8 years old, we used to go to church together. And one Sunday, and I have belly ache and I decide I don't want to go to church. And he said, Mommy, I want to go to church. I said, no, I'm not going to let you alone go. He said, Mommy, I want to go because I'm feeling a pain here. Because he was chubby. I said, I'm not going to iron your clothes. That 8 or 9-year-old son at the time put on that rough shirt and head to church. When church over, I heard him outside the gate calling, Mommy. Mommy, I said, yes. He said, the pain gone. I pray and God removed the pain. 8 years old. Why? Because I teach them that. Pray and believe. My 8-year-old at that time called me out. He said, Mommy, the pain is gone. I go to church and I pray and the pain is gone. So I say this to say sometimes what we instill in our kids is what they spill out. We speak greatness, they will be great. They don't have to be doctor. They don't have to be lawyer. They don't have to be pilot. Because everybody cannot fly plane. Else we won't have teachers. We won't have doctors. But they will be great in their own rights. Don't lose hope. I don't know why the Spirit just lead me. 2 weeks ago, I told my husband I have to go back to church. Because God has, bring me from so many places. One time I almost go to prison for 10 years. This is another testimony I will share with you guys later. Locked up in a cell for something I didn't do. But God restored me. So why can't I give him myself? Locked up in a cell for something I, Jemmy, didn't do. But the God that I serve restore me and save me from at least 10 years of prison sentence in Canada here. What did I say? God restore me. So I want to say to you tonight before I end this live, stay positive, think positive, always pray, never lose hope. With God in the vessel, we can ride out the storm. I'm going to end this live tonight with a positive note. And my positive note is always put God in everything that we do. If you're having problem at home, put it to God. If your kids are giving problem, put it to God. If you need a proper job, put it to God. If your co-workers are giving you a hard time, put it to God. And tonight I'm speaking to you guys right now. Don't lose hope. I am grateful for those of you who joined me on the live tonight. As I said, some people may be sleeping because of the time difference. And I really appreciate you guys joining me tonight. And I'm going to end this live by saying, always put God first in everything that you do. I don't know you guys, but we are family on the internet. And I love you. And I will talk to you tomorrow. And next week, I will talk about marriage and relationship and how sometimes we fail as wife and husband, and there are things we should put in place so that if we love our partner, it should work once we do these things that I'm going to talk about next week. Have yourself a good night, and always remember to put God first in everything that we do.